Welcome to Tail Talk Grooming Chronicles with Hound Therapy, the podcast where we talk all things pet grooming, daycare, academy, and more. Hosted by Shannon and Tanya of Hound Therapy, serving pet owners across North Texas. We're here to share expert tips, hilarious pet stories, and the inside scoop on keeping your furry friends happy and healthy. Our motto, humanity over vanity. And don't worry, we don't bite. Let's get started.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Texas heat can turn dangerous for dogs in a matter of minutes, and understanding how quickly overheating happens can literally save a life. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host and producer, back in the studio with Shannon and Tanya, professional groomers at Hound Therapy. Hi, ladies. How is it going today?
It's good. How are you today?
I am good. Now, Shannon and Tanya, today we are talking about something every Texas dog owner needs to know, and that's how fast dogs overheat in Texas. Can you both walk us through what that looks like?
Absolutely. Couldn't be a better time to do it. I
Yeah.
think summer's creeped in on us. Let's start with dogs don't sweat like people.
Yeah.
So, when we go outside and we sweat, dogs aren't able to do that. They're primarily they cool by panting, by releasing air through their mouth. Sometimes you might even feel like some nervousness from the feet or the paw pads. Humidity and extreme temperatures make that cooling really difficult for dogs, especially here in Texas, because we have such just up and down temperatures. And when it's hot here, it's hot. Once a dog's temperature rises too high, things can easily escalate. So
Yeah.
it's really good to notice that before it's too late. If it's hot outside, just be aware to take caution. I hear a lot of people say, it's my dog is fine. He's got plenty of water. We shave them in the summer. Shaving your dog, it 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 is going to be more comfortable for them if you have a compacted coat or a
Yeah.
double coated breed. It's just as comfortable for that double coated breed and will protect them by making sure that that dead hair is
Yeah.
removed. So just because your dog is shaved doesn't mean it's protected. It's actually a little bit more liable to the sun because it can get sunburned where that hair was, initially there to protect the dog's skin. So if you've got a short-haired dog, you don't need to shave them down. People shave dogs for different reasons, and it's usually due to matting or shedding, uh, and
Or summer activities.
summer activities are overall, comfort and ease for you and your pet. That said, that doesn't really matter for their core temperature. So taking our dog outside, making sure they're hydrated, all of those things are things that we need to do and keep up with on the regular. But hot pavement can exceed 140 degrees. So, make sure you're walking in the shade, put some booties on your feet. I've seen people put like electrical tape on, just something to provide a little bit of a barrier, something that comes off pretty quick if your dog won't wear shoes. Those pads do get pretty rough, so they can tolerate a lot more heat than we can on our bare feet.
If you ever question it, though, you can put the back of your hand down on the pavement or concrete. And if it's too hot for you, it's too hot for your dog.
Yeah, and that back of your hand is not quite as sensitive, so it's a good way to tell. Um, Let me go over some breeds that are a little bit more prone to heat stroke or overheating. Flat nosed dogs, primarily or in general. Pugs, bulldogs, French bulldogs, puppies that just don't have a lot of time to,
Seniors,
for sure.
the old ones don't do so good.
Anything with respiratory problems, if they can't breathe really well or clear of, uh, they're not able to put that out because remember their heat release is primarily panting. So early signs of overheating are that excessive. If they're looking distressed, you can see a lot of bloodshot in the reds in their eyes, restlessness. They drool, almost a foamy at the
Yeah.
mouth.
My dog does that too.
Yeah.
It's gross.
They'll slow down their activity usually, almost always. But those are some things to just kind of peek about. Things that you can do to help with that is, immediately cool your dog down, much as like you would have, an animal is very similar to a child's, chemical makeup or what you would do. You would want to, cool the core temperature down, put them in some cold water. You don't want to shock the system, so don't make sure it's like an icy system, that kind of thing. But you do definitely want to take um, some caution. Obviously, I don't think this needs to be mentioned, but we're going to mention it. Do not lock your dogs in your car. Do not leave them in your car with the windows down. That is also not safe. Your cars do get very, very hot, and it does not take long for these animals to overheat with or without water. So it's just better to just don't do that. If you're taking your dog with you, make sure that your dog can go into the store or where you're going,
Yes.
or if you're in the shade, that your breeze does not circulate through a car. Um, Back of your pickup bed, all of that kind of stuff. If you have to go for a short period of time, just maybe bring a friend or make sure that your dog can go with you when you're
Yeah.
going.
Now, we have covered some great information today, but when should an owner seek emergency veterinary care for heat related systems?
Those are, if you
Mm.
see weakness, if they're starting to stumble or look disoriented,
Like they're drunk.
yeah, that's a good way. Drunk is a good way. If they obviously just collapse.
Vomiting.
Vomiting, seizure-like material, shaking, eyes rolling back in the back of your head, diarrhea can do it, and again, will obviously dehydrate them even more. So, lack of not wanting to drink water or an excessive amount of water, can do that. Stumbling or loss of coordination is probably your number one telltale sign.
Yes.
Um, it's not hard to look at your dog, that foamy at the mouth, that just lack of luster in their eyes, and that overall it's kind of a glaze and dazed confusion. It literally will it's almost like frying their
It
little brain.
Yeah, it's kinda like
They overheat
you're knocking, but nobody's home.
and the system will shut down.
Yes.
So that is and it can cause their body to literally do the same thing. So um
And
here
also, if you cool them down too quickly after they are overheated, it can cause similar effects. It can do almost just as much damage if you cool them down too quickly.
yeah. And a fun fact is that not every vet is available. So if you go from point A to B, it's better to just have those cool towels with you, or a towel or a bottle of
Yep.
water that you can wrap that dog in, get him into some shade. By the time that they've overheated, for the time that you can get to the vet in most cases, there's just not that much time. And then knowing where your vets are. So if you're traveling or if you're in a new area and you're in Texas and you're new to Texas, for sure, know if you're going to a dog park or out or
Yeah.
camping, whatever you're doing this summer, make sure that you have a localized idea of the closest vet that will be
To
open
your
to you,
location.
to your location of where you're going to be. So whether it's an emergency vet or if it's, a vet during open regular hours, know that how far away they are, have their number, program those on your phone. So in case you have an emergency, you can call directly and immediately, versus having this horrible, situation in front of you. And most people do not react as you think you would, calm and cool and collected. You're panicked and nervous, and you've got an immediate situation on your hands. So it's really good to just, like, if you're traveling with your children or yourself or
Yes.
a sick person or child, know where the hospitals are, know where the doctors are, know who's open, know how far away they are, and then take your necessary precautions, and to
And
make sure that you have the things that you
and
need.
and have the knowledge in your back pocket of what to do if things start to go wrong. Because that can help you tremendously.
100%.
Wow, thank you both for breaking that down. This information can make all the difference for dog owners in that Texas heat. We'll see everyone next time.
That's a wrap for this episode of Tail Talk with Hound Therapy. Ready to book your pet's next groom, daycare stay, or grooming academy tour? Call us at 469-367-0009. That's 469-367-0009 to schedule an appointment. Or visit us online at www.houndtherapy.com. Serving North Texas with expert pet care. Until next time, keep those tails wagging.